Hey, I'm Jade Cooper.
My name is Zach Stevenson.
What's good, y'all? I'm Jay Activist.
My name is Autumn Hamilton.
Hey, y'all. I'm Nia Linda.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Quez.
What's up, y'all? It's Southside Poet.
What's up, y'all? I'm Devin22.
I'm Daisha Ware, coaching the AUC, and I represent RSG Agency.
I'm a coach this year. KSU, can I get who?
Who?
You see? I am Greg, Rockland 1, Rock. Last year I was a judge, but it's more fulfilling to be a coach because a lot of times you get to work with a lot of these students hands-on versus telling them what they've done wrong. You kind of actually had the opportunity to kind of like, show them what they're doing wrong.
We had the practices on Tuesdays and just being able to just kind of chop it up with some of the artists.
Rehearsals. We have a great coach. Rock is our coach.
Rehearsing, preparing mentally, trying to build confidence. If there was any doubt, I would try to refrain from that.
It's always fun to be in an atmosphere with artists.
We've been rehearsing for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. So, like, as far as going out there and giving a great performance, that wasn't the thing at the top of the checklist.
So once we kind of figured out who our entertainers were going to be, it was just a matter of rehearsal. And all my CEs showed up to rehearsal every single time. They came prepared. They took notes really well. So it was like Rock had to tell them one time. We had to tell them one time. Next rehearsal, everything was that.
It's just, making sure everybody's ready to perform. Everybody got their fits together. Everybody got their people. Like, everything else was just kind of smooth after that.
Yeah. Hold on, wait, yeah, said it's that time again, say it. Yeah, it's that time again, say it. It's that time again. They say all your shit is unexpected, like you popping in. I was in Atlanta doing shows with all my college friends. Give me a few more years up in the A, I'ma be top of 10.
I knew I would be going first, which means that's pretty much the person that kind of got to set the tone. So I made sure from even what I wore that day was gonna be memorable. And then also just staying sharp. Like, I rehearse by myself probably 3-4 hours a week, just solo dolo, just doing that.
Your confidence, you got your performance tracks, like you're very prepared. A great first round, like you were saying.
I will say one thing. I got one thing. My bad, Arch. Song transition. Get a little tighter.
The very first couple times I performed as J Activist, I had zero crowd control. I know the only feedback, like negative feedback I got was that my songs didn't flow together, which is fine. I feel like that's great feedback.
I think J Activist was really good. Like, he was a really good performer. And I mean, anybody can get on stage and rap, but I feel like even when the crowd knew his songs, it was like he felt like an actual artist, like, in the industry right now. So I think that he's definitely gonna be hot shit in the next 5 years. I haven't performed in a while. I feel like COVID really messed everybody up, so I was kind of out of the game for a little bit. I think I got used to it, and I loved my team, and they were so welcoming and supportive, so it was easy for me to get used to performing in front of them. And so I think that's why I love NCEG, because all the feedback that I was given or am given is always beautifully constructive. Like, it's always said in the right way. And because people in the music industry, they'd be rude as hell.
The critiquing should happen with each other. It shouldn't happen the first time you hear somebody say something you don't like. It shouldn't be when the judge see you, right? It should be like, oh, Daisha said something, oh, Zach said something, or EJ said something. Or even, one of your fellow CEs, or even general members. We create that we take care of business in-house, so that when it goes out, nobody's looking crazy, no one's looking surprised, like, oh, they ain't do that in rehearsal. They ain't, what I'm saying? We're all aware of our strengths and weaknesses, but we also know they didn't know as well.
It's been a pretty good experience just to see, from the auditions and then from the rehearsals, and really trying to get them out of their comfort zones.
For the most part, it was repetition, and practicing, moving, practicing, learning how to move, learning how to interact, when to interact, and just, for the most part, becoming a great performer, learning and growing.
I'm diligent and really trying to practice. I played ball for a long time, but I realized you're not really going to the NBA. Not right now anyway, in this timeline. But if you apply the same work ethic here, you have something you can do. And that's what I'm doing with these rehearsals, learning just simple tricks, holding the mic properly, crowd control, etc.
Cause me, oh no, yeah, you lie to me, you try to get me tied out.
I think about getting on stage, I just think about something else. Like I think about the music being good, the person performing is raw. Anything besides getting nervous, because as soon as I start shaking, like I can't stop. So just trying to like breathe.
Ooh, for me, the first verse was a little wordy. You know, like I love the song. It reads well. You know what I mean? Like if I had the lyrics in front of me, it's like you talking to this person directly. But like as a song, like being catchy, I don't know if I would really find myself singing it later on. I know I've been in that position. I know I've been that dude at some point or whatever. But as far as relating, but as far as like singing the song and catchiness, I'm not.
When they told me that my verses were too wordy, and I took that really well, because obviously if I send my song to my best friend, she's gonna be like, it's so good, it's so good. Everyone's like bobbing their head. I need like genuine criticism so that I can get better the next time. I always want to get better than the last time you saw me.
Her body, but she don't know that her body feels just as warm as her soul. She's the type of woman to make you whole, but being in her bed for one night was your only goal, right? All you wanted was to show, so that your ego can adopt the identity of a gentleman to feel the adrenaline of your insecurities. What type of fucking immaturity? I'm done with you, onto you, girl, yes you. I was nervous, but I always get nervous before I perform. But when I'm about to go on, I just try to breathe and just be like, this is your time to shine. Let's get it. Like something, I don't know. It's just like this energy just comes over me when it's time to perform. It's like, okay, it's time to stop being scared. Just go out there and do your thing and give it your all.
Again, the fearlessness, the confidence, the emotion you put into that, I felt every word of it. It was super relatable to everybody right now. And I'm honestly interested to see what your socials hitting on, because this ain't gone viral yet, then I don't know what will. Like,
going the route of spoken word is just, it's tough in itself, right? To hold everybody's attention through that entire time, because, you know, it's real wordy, like you got a message to send, right? I feel like what was really impressive was how you got the crowd engaged with spoken word. Like that was the most engaged performance, like for me.
They basically said that my poetry was very powerful. What I was saying or how I was saying it or portraying it, not a lot of people can portray it that way. And he basically said like what I do, what I have to get to the table is a gift. The other judge was saying that, you know, in a talent show or other shows, it's very hard for people to be engaged in poetry because you're saying a whole bunch of words, you're saying a message. But he was like, I like how you told people to wave their hands and you gave me a flower and other people flowers to keep them engaged. So I guess their feedback just really told me to keep going, but add more, advance more, or see what I could do better, or just be consistent with that.
Felt like it was dope. Great performers. I would like to say shout out to KSU. Great performers. They came ready. Their whole team came ready. It was like a whole squad of them.
Let's get it.
It just got real.
It just got real. Hey, I need y'all to pop your hand like this. You heard? Yeah.
All of my bitches conceited. I went from bad to bad to badder than that. Young nigga, he still undefeated. Bitch, I be moving strategic. Don't tell like I peepin' my niggas, get niggas deleted. Swiping no swipe, we swiping them visas. Young nigga thinking since I was a fetus. Niggas be slimy niggas and grimy niggas. Them niggas be sick with disease. She wanna try a nigga, then fire the nigga.
That boy Quez, you came on stage. You came on stage with the confidence, but for me personally, I would go with what Dale said is a little bit more preparation. I feel like, I don't know how many times you have performed in your life, but breath control. Since you do have that energy and you do command a crowd with just that alone, you have to make sure that your tone, your vocals, everything is, again, can be identified. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you might have had some bars that might have been crazy, but I might not have been able to hear it because you was taking a breath when you should have been saying a line. You feel what I'm saying? So I would say more preparation on that and more creativity. Beat selection, bars. You have to come with it to be like, you know, for example, if it's 100 artists and they all making that same sound, why do you stick out? Ask yourself that when you're making the music, okay?
I really learned from, I would say, the creativity part. For me as an artist, I performed a song that was like, it was a performance song. It was to get the crowd turned, be lit, you know. I feel like they heard a lot of that. and they wanted more creativity, which I highly understand, because I was debating on, should I give them this to show my versatility, or should I give them this to show that I could, perform at a high energy level.
I really enjoyed Quez's energy, because he just came out the gates like, where all the bad bitches at? He just came out just on 10, and I enjoyed every second of it.
The delay of track ain't grow up in no hood doesn't mean that I'm any lesser black. Felt like that for years, and it's magnified because I rap. But the fact of the matter is that narrative's a catalyst for connecting young black men to the penitentiary, growing the prison industry fueled by greed and bigotry. Now, what if we could change it? And what if we stop using causing trauma as entertainment? The chains I'm hearing them breaking, and I'm changing the need to copy the cadence of kings who already made it. I mean, I cannot be Kendrick Lamar, Smee, or Andre 3. As the poet, I bring a different sound, a compound, a God style in my mouth, driven down 575 from the north side to the south side. I found
honestly, what's going through my mind was I did some vocal warm-ups. I did like the do re mi fa sol la mi re do. I was doing that, and then when I get nervous, I quote a Bible scripture. Light space, that's God. With Him, I'm fearless, afraid of no one and nothing. So.
When it comes to that, again, another fearless one, right here in this whole lineup of artists, another fearless one. You yourself. It's really hard for niggas to be themselves on that stage, to make the music they truly love to make. But I gotta keep it real. Y'all gonna let me keep it real? Let me keep it real. She said no. I mean, he did a good job. Don't do that. I will say this. I did want to hear more catchy moments where it feels like I can sing along with the record. But again, I don't know your whole catalog. These may be the records that you chose to perform tonight, but I would love to hear that side of you as well too. But again, GLD held you down tonight because you went crazy, bro. You went crazy.
I thought it was interesting because that was actually almost on purpose. Like that verse there is almost because I'm a drummer, so cadences and flow is really important to me. Other judges, when they were saying, they were like, I just kind of want to hear more. That's what I took from it. Is I want to hear more. It kind of put me in the space of, okay, they just want some more music, which is completely fine for me. I was like, okay, I give you some more music.
That motherfucker's a beast.
It was an electric performance. All of it. And I give them their flowers. I give them their props. They really did do their thing. They came out there to perform. Came out there to compete. And they did it for the home crowd.
I like that. I used to be cool off the bitch, but now I act the fool. But the bitch got me looking at shit differently. She was with me when I had the Camry. Now it's Rolls Royces controlled by wrist with Rolexes. Asses in that passenger from Pretty Girl County down to Houston, Texas. Let's wanna just have my real niggas go and smoke to this. And on my fly shorties who be posting them outfits equipped with Gucci Prada galore. Saks is a favorite store, Gucci pair with them 7-zip.
I have to prove myself and make my presence felt.
I'm gonna second most of what Nad said, but I want to focus on your preparation. Like I feel like with the first beat, it got to a point when the 808 started dropping, it got real distorted. And I feel like that's something that you could do beforehand, like have it turned down a little bit just to clear up. Like you're performing and you're hip hop, so again, like you're gonna be really wordy, and I can't really understand what you're saying. The 808s is distorting the entire performance, you know what I'm saying? So, and then just work on just improving your pen in the studio. Just make, try to get something different out of hip hop, not just your everyday raps. That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, it all stood out. I'd take it in stride, but I also know music is very subjective. So these are 3 judges. I'm looking for billions of listeners, so scale it properly, but it was good feedback.
I like Devin his swag when it comes to like incorporating old school music, but then kind of still making it relevant to today. That was really cool. And
the last guy that went, I like how he kind of like took it old school and kind of just added that flavor to it.
The AUC at 55 and the team score for Kennesaw State is 78.
Then when I saw the scores, I was like, oh, I'm at the top. I was like, okay, that's cool. And, but I didn't know that it was something that was recognized.
Dope artists. I mean, I'm always gonna say I'm the best. So it doesn't really, they're dope though. It'd be different if they were out there and like, oh man. But no, I was feeling their performance live. It was dope. Great artists.
I knew we was gonna get top 3. I'm always rooting for my team. The competitive spirit in me is always gonna want first place, so you know I'll be back next time. But of course, like, you swept, so.
When I saw the scores, it did make me feel like, oh man, just because of like, I know like I'm the best, period. So going forward, it's like military style, like we getting straight to it.
So I say the strategy was basically, you know, letting them be themselves, letting them show who they are as an artist, you know, and have fun. Our team, I felt that all our team members got a story to really tell.